Hello and welcome to Module 8 of the Forget CapCut Master Adobe Premiere Pro course with IdeaSpace. In this module, we are going to do a real-life project. It is a project that is supposed to go to social media platforms, that is TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I'm going to focus on the YouTube part. YouTube recommends a 16:9 aspect ratio, and you'll notice for TikTok and other social media platforms they have the vertical video model, which is the 9:16. Think of it, if 16:9, the full video in quote marks, and 9:16 is the vertical video. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go through my footage. Now, this is part of workflow. At the end of this course, I'm going to provide you with a workflow document. So that is just a PDF that I have created that details the workflow that I use when I'm working on a project. The first step is usually to just go to the clips, locate your clips where you've stored them on your computer, and just go through the footage to understand it. Part of that is naming and also putting the footage in folders. Now, a good first step is to identify which footage is considered A-roll. That is footage of what we're going to be editing that involves people. So for this one, it is more of the talking ones, the talking head videos. Those ones are going to be considered to be A-roll. And then the footage that is considered to be B-roll is footage of things like cutaways. So if you're taking a video shot of flowers, the sky, tree line, all of those things, those are B-roll. So I'm going to create a folder here, new folder, A-roll. It's better to just name it Evo. And it is very obvious, even without watching these videos, that these ones, our client is talking in the videos. So let me drag all of those into that folder. It seems we have very few footage for B-roll. So create another folder, B-roll. Just drag and drop them into that folder. Once we have that done, we can now go into the actual folders and name the clips. Double click, also open the first one. So let's just watch through this. So for instance, this video is about her picking up that flower. So I am going to name this one picking flower. Just name it in whatever terms you can understand. What about this one? Let's open it. Flowers. Then more flowers. I think that is how this was described for me. This is how this was described. It was showing those two separate flower vases positioned in different parts of this entrance porch. So we're going to watch the videos and you'll get context, yes? So let me just name this one all flowers. Now, if you're familiar with videography terms, you can add some things. So we can call this one a pan. We are panning from the first flowers over to the other flowers. So you can just add that so that you can identify it easily. So let's go to the third one. So this one, I can name it flowers, pull in, and then pull out. So that term also means zoom in, zoom out, but I prefer to use that one. Zooming in is when maybe you are changing the adjustments on the lens. This one is just physically moving the camera towards the flowers and away from the flowers. Now that we're done with our B-roll, let us move over to our A-roll. So just go back here, open your A-roll. The same thing, we're going to watch the videos and name them. Double click. This is part 1. So I can also name them in numerals. So this should be the first video, second one. This is 2. Move over to another one. This is 3. Let me watch another one. This is 4. They're somehow arranging themselves as they were shot. So maybe the data on them, that is the recording data, date data, all of those things. I think maybe it has sorted for me. Let me see this one. It's actually, as I had suspected, they are flowing. This is 6, actually 7. So make sure you name so that you do not get into a situation where you don't know. Now in a situation like this where this one is not something that you can use, you just name it no. I prefer to just name it no. Just write no on it and then move on to the other clips. So I believe this one does not have anything also. I'm going to name it no. When I get this option to rename it, I'm just going to press yes. So those two are not usable. Move on to something else. So this one is 8. Move on to the other one. And then 9. Now that we have named all of the clips, we can also put these ones in a different folder. So select the ones that have no, Control X, go back to the folder before that, create a new folder, and just name that folder no. Paste your clips within that folder. So at least we know that these ones are not usable. We can just skip through over those ones. So we have good footage for A-roll and for B-roll. This video is supposed to only be part 1 of a house tour. So it's only showing the front part of the house, and it's supposed to be a very short part before we go to a second one. This one has also been done as a pilot. A pilot sometimes is used to test the viability of an idea. You're just doing something to see how it would look, how it would work, but if it turns out to be very good, that is the video that you publish. So it will be very short. Let us open Premiere Pro now.